SeaWorld. As you may have heard, our show, Sea Lions Live, has been closed for the past few weeks so that our training staff here could assist the animal care rescue team in the back areas and assisting with the unprecedented number of California sea lion rescues this year. Here with me today is Duke. Duke is a fully grown male California sea lion and he weighs an impressive 615 pounds. Well, Duke here is very, very healthy. Many of the animals that are coming and in need of our help are very young, they're sick, injured, and sometimes even starving. These animals are just 8 to 9 months old, and some of them are weighing as little as 20 pounds. California sea lions like Duke are the #1 most rescued animals by our SeaWorld rescue team. Our goal with every animal we rescue is to give them a second chance at life at our animal rescue center and then return them to the ocean. Our vets and our animal care team spend weeks and sometimes months medically rehabilitating these stranded animals. So far this year, we have come to the aid of over 550 marine animals, which is more than double what we would typically see in a normal year. So thanks, Duke, for joining us today. You may be wondering, why is this happening this year? Well, government researchers are currently investigating the cause of this crisis. But we do know one thing. Nursing sea lion mothers are unable to find sufficient amounts of food like sardines and anchovies. As a result, sea lion pups are being left on beaches for longer periods of time and are going hungry. These animals are actually weaning from their mothers much earlier than they normally would. Now we want to tell you a little bit about how rescue centers like SeaWorld care for all these stranded animals. By doing that, we're going to introduce you to one of our very own animals, tell you a little bit about his unique story, and how rescue centers like SeaWorld care for these stranded animals. Here with us today is Ozzy, working with his trainer, Jenna. As you can see, Ozzy's pretty young. He's approximately 3 years old. He weighs around 150 pounds, and while he's very healthy these days, his start with us was not so great. Ozzy came to us through our rescue program. He was very thin and very sick. Over time, we were able to rehabilitate Ozzy and release him back out into our oceans. However, his story becomes unique because he started to restrand. Whenever an animal restrands multiple times, the National Marine Wildlife Fisheries decides whether or not an animal might not be the best candidate for a return to our ocean and might be better suited for living in a zoological facility such as SeaWorld. While Ozzy has a very unique story, most animals would come through to our program and go through the following progression. From the moment they arrive at our center, we want to assess what they need immediately. This could be anything from fluids, nutrition, veterinarian care, and even medications. Then, we want to develop a unique plan that focuses on increasing the animal's weight gain and improving their overall health over a period of several weeks. Then, we might even introduce live fish to the animals to see if they can catch it. Our hope for every animal that we rescue is that they can be returned to the ocean once they regain their health. For a few unique individuals like Ozzy here, SeaWorld will ensure they have a good home for life if they're unable to survive in the ocean on their own. So thanks, Ozzy, for coming out here. Training is an extremely important part of how we care for all of our animals here at SeaWorld, from very small otters to very large killer whales. Physical and mental stimulation is extremely important. Now here with us today is Duke. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the basics of training and also a little bit about our unique animals here. I do want to make you all aware very quickly, if you are in the front row, there is a possibility you could get wet. So if you're in the front row or the second row, be aware, water can definitely get you wet. So right now, Duke is out here working with Jenna. She is preparing him for a sequence that is going to be in our seasonal summer show called Sea Lions Tonight. In this specific sequence, we impersonate killer whales. So just like the whales splash over at our Shamu Stadium, our sea lions are going to do their best impersonation of our Shamu. I want you all to listen very closely because throughout this interaction between Jenna and Duke, you will notice that you might hear the word okay. One of the first parts of training our animals is that we need to learn or teach them to communicate with us.
Oh guys, we're gonna get it.
the word okay. If you visit the whale or dolphin show, you might notice they have those whistles on their neck. Those animals need those whistles as their bridge or as us telling them, okay, or good job, that is the right behavior. So Jenna just said that word okay, telling Duke, yes, that is correct. This is a great way for us to shape all the different behaviors we train by just simply saying the word okay. They know that they are doing the right thing. So you may wonder, well, what do you do if the animal does the wrong behavior or does something completely different? Well, we simply give a 3-second pause, and that pause just allows the animal to remain calm, then the trainer just to move on with something else. Our goal is to really reinforce and draw a lot of attention to the right behavior and just simply pause and move on from incorrect behavior. So such as Ozzy comes out on stage. Kelly gave him a simple 3-second pause, and then we moved on, calling him back off stage. Notice from over here to this side, Ozzy is trying to do a fast swim. And you heard Kelly give him that bridge, okay, meaning that he did a great job swimming all the way down the lagoon. It's really interesting to watch how agile these animals are when they are moving through the water. Now the goal here is to come all the way up and back with Ozzy, with him staying in line with all of the trainers. So yes, he did a great job on that.
Yay, Ozzy. What a good boy.
So Ozzy's definitely newer to learning these behaviors, but a big tool that we use when training our animals is called a target. Target, as you can see Kelly moving her hand and asking for a target position. Ozzy has learned to follow her hand as he moves. If Ozzy knows how to follow her hand, then she can guide and shape him around her body and train him all sorts of different behaviors. Yes, excellent job, Ozzy. So again, we communicate to our animals here at Sea Lion by simply using the words okay. But what's also really neat about them is they understand other words such as stay or wave. Our animals can actually hear us, so we can train them all sorts of different words. So just like you can go home and talk to your dog or cat saying good boy, we can do the same thing with our sea lions. Now, the last training session you're going to have the opportunity to see today is actually a swing dance. This is a part of our Sea Lions live show. Tara's going to come out here and dance with Kiawe. And not only do we have to train them all these behaviors, but we also have to get them used to the music. So, let's hit it. Thank you, Tara and Kiawe. Besides California sea lions, we have another unique animal that lives here at our stadium, and that is Otter. Opie is an Asian small-clawed otter, and these otters are actually the smallest species of otters, weighing just under 10 pounds. We actually train and interact with these animals just like we would with our sea lions. So welcome, Opie. It's going to give you a big wave. Currently, these otters are listed as vulnerable by international conservation organizations, and this is because most of their habitat is being changed into coffee and tea fields. So you can help protect animals like Asian small-clawed otters by only buying sustainably produced coffee and tea products. So thanks, Sophie, for coming on out here today. When trainers and animals work together over time, we can train and learn amazing things from each other. Now we would like to take this opportunity to show you some of our more spectacular behaviors. Hit it!
Hit it, boys.
Thanks for joining us at Sea Lion and Otter Stadium. On behalf of our training staff and our hardworking rescue team in the back, we'd like to join us. Thank you for joining us today. For more information about our rescue effort, have a great rest of your day right here at SeaWorld.
Can I go to the floor?